Good afternoon and welcome to Sack to the Future 1960. We're in the Wildcards. If you haven't already checked out the Brian Phelps channel, do so and see the Browns take on the Los Angeles Chargers. This game features the two teams I control, the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Colts. And because of that, I'm going to sit here and simulate it and watch it like the rest of you. Now, the reason we do that, it is a league rule where if our two teams are playing each other, because otherwise we'd show favoritism from one to the other, I would obviously show favoritism toward the Bills. So, this way I can't. Now, if you're familiar at all with my alternate Super Bowls, you'll know that I have to get through a few things to get to the point where I can put the simulation mode on. There's a look at the Bills, who in real 1960 were 5-8-1. And the Baltimore Colts, who finished, I believe, 6-8. Now, this is how we simulate. We hit options. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Oh, Super Sim is L3. First thing we do, we hit square, slow the speed right down, and then we go jump forward to the end of game, and there we are. The Bills are kicking off, which means we're going to get to see Johnny Unitas and the Colts first. There's a spin move from Jerry Richardson. And there's Johnny Unitas, 3,471 yards passing, 33 TDs, 18 interceptions, and 10 straight wins for the Baltimore Colts as they come into Buffalo, the 5 seed. The 5 seed. The Bills are the 4 seed, being the AFC Eastern champions, as we have to use modern rules. Unitas throws over the middle to Amici, and Amici's going to plow forward into Buffalo territory for the first down. For those who don't know why the two teams that I'm using, obviously the Buffalo Bills is my favorite team. However, historically speaking, Johnny Unitas is my favorite quarterback. And since my second favorite team, the Atlanta Falcons, aren't around until 1966, oh, we got a false start maybe? I had to pick another team to get through the first 5 years, and this way I get to use Johnny Unitas. Unitas hands to Amici. He's going to be met by Schaefer. Brought down after a pickup of a couple. There's a look at the starting offensive line for the Colts. Jim Parker, Art Spinney, Buzz Nutter, Alex Sandusky, Alan Amici, the fullback, with Lenny Moore out injured. Alex Hawkins and Raymond Berry are receivers, and Jim Muchler, the tight end. Oops. Ed Kovac running up the middle. And look at the starting defensive line for the Buffalo Bills with Matt Gilho and Laverne Torson, your ends. Jack Laraway and Joe Schaefer, the linebackers, with Archie Matzos, the old pro, in the middle. Billy Kennard and Billy Atkins. He's going to throw over the middle, and it is incomplete, and that'll bring on the punt team. In the other wildcard games, the Green Bay Packers, who were the NFL Western champions in 1960, will be at the New Orleans Saints, champion of the NFC Semi-Pro division. The Dallas Cowboys in real life went 0 12-1, will take on the San Francisco 49ers, as it will be a Don Meredith, John Brody matchup. And of course, the Cleveland Browns and Jim Brown, returning from injury, hosted the Los Angeles Chargers. The undefeated Chicago Bears, who you can follow on the Phantom Fighter channel, and the New York Giants get the first round byes. The Giants you can follow on the John M channel. In the AFC, the the Houston Oilers on the John M channel, and the Denver Broncos on the Phantom Fighter channel get the byes. And a look at the Bills starting offensive line, led by Sam Palumbo at center. Wilmer Fowler and Ray Carlton, the dual threat running backs. Albert DeBenion has come on late in the season. And Johnny Green, your quarterback. It is 2nd and 10. The Bills struggled to get in the playoffs. Here's a handoff to Fowler, and he is going to be met by a host of Colts, led by Big Art Donovan and Gino Marchetti. Now, if you followed the season through Sack to the Future with the Buffalo Bills, you know that I was the first to lose to the computer, as I lost in week 1 to the New York Titans. I was the first to lose to a semi-pro computer team, the Atlanta Falcons. And now I get the pleasure of having the first team eliminated, regardless. Oh, and Chamberlain cannot come down with a pass, as one of my two teams will go down to defeat here today. Good news is I know I'm going to have a team in the divisionals. The bad news is I won't have two teams in the divisionals like everybody else has the chance to. Brian Felt's already punching his ticket with the Cleveland Browns. He'll get the chance with the Dallas Cowboys. John M has both teams of his in the divisionals. Phantom Fighter has both of his teams in the divisionals. That Cleveland LA Chargers game was a hell of a game. I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. I listened with the sound off. I was at a wedding, and it was a good game. Well, here's the sad thing about that, Brian, is I know I have a better shot if the Colts advance, because the Colts are definitely a better team. Johnny Unitas, I mean, but boy, it would be nice to keep playing with the Bills. Although I got some good Bills teams coming up in just a couple years. I'm sure you can't, or I'm sure after playing Jack Kemp today with the Chargers, it'd be nice if he were on the Bills and not the Chargers, huh? Of course, not that they're lacking for quarterback after Kemp, as they get John Haddle. That was a nice completion from Unitas to Barry right over the middle on a post pattern. I don't have my rosters open, so if I fumble with names, especially with some of the backups, you'll have to forgive me. First and 10. Unitas gives to Amici. Trying to win their third NFL title in a row are the Baltimore Colts, as they beat the New York Giants in the 1958 and 59 NFL championship games. Yeah, I definitely would say out of the 4 channels well, 5 channels, because I have 2 different ones that run these Sack to the Futures, if we were to rate them, you definitely would have a higher rating than the other channels. You probably get more views too. People like that kind of thing nowadays. So 3rd down and 9. From here it would be about a 54-yard field goal maybe. Unitas is going to be sacked, and that'll push him out of field goal range as Big Jim Mac Yoho, sorry, read their number wrong. Mac Yoho gets in to get the sack, and that'll bring up a 4th and 15. Right now it'd be a 53-yard field goal, but with the kickers in 1960, Steve Myra, I'm not sure if you want to go for a 53-yarder. as Unitas goes down hard. And the cameraman is a little confused there. Archie Matsos and the Bills defense coming. They are going. It's going to be a 52-yarder for Steve Myra. Well, he helped to put him in overtime. He helped to kick a field goal to set him in overtime in 58. So it is blocked. It is blocked and picked up by Jack Johnson, and he is going to casually stroll his way into the end zone. And the Buffalo Bills take an early lead. The blocked field goal from the Bills. The Bills are going to need this kind of breaks. There's Johnson taking off as he strolls casually with nothing on his mind, just rolls right in the end zone. It was blocked by number 22. Again, I wish I had got my laptop out, but I was lazy. And here's the extra point attempt. Daryl Harper kicks it through, and it is 7-0 Buffalo. Looking at the times of the other games, the 49ers and Cowboys, and the only other human game, the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints, will be simmed. Something tells me that that's going to go, the New Orleans is in for a rude awakening, but hey, you never know. Stranger things happen in the playoffs. And then in the second round, we already have a matchup set between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. The winner of this game to take on the Houston Oilers in Tennessee, of all places. We've chosen not to move the Oilers to Houston until the 70s. Yep, number 22, Jim Wagstaff. Thank you. One of the Nickelbacks. Unitas throws to Hawkins. And they are in Buffalo territory. So the master comes right back out gunslinging. He had plenty of time. As Richie McCabe brings him down. I have, one of the benefits of playing these teams is, yes, I played 32 games, well, 30. Because I had one that was simulated, making up to 32. And I do know a lot of the starters by number. I have learned a lot about the 60 seasons for both Buffalo and Baltimore. A lot more than I knew before this started. But obviously, being only 39 years old, I never saw either of these two teams live, and I've only seen highlights in NFL films and AFL. Whoever did their highlight films. I think DuPont did the Bills that year. Alan Amici is going to pick up 10 yards on the carry. Billy Kennard on the tackle. And of course the 1960 guys got up and celebrated like that, so. With their clean shaven faces and buzz cuts. As Amici runs right through the arm tackle with Joe Schaefer. And it's 2nd and 5. Unitas changing the play. We give it to Amici, and Amici is going to bowl his way right over the top of Jack Johnson, Jim Sorey, and another Bill to pick up 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd and inches. Amici saw Jim Brown go over 200 yards in the other playoff game and said, well, you know what? I may not have his power, but let me show you the power I do have. Give to Amici again. And he is going to run right through All-Pro Archie Matsos and pick up a 1st down. 6 yards after contact for the horse. Galloping today. With Lenny Moore out injured, it is Amici's game. It is his team now. Not sure when Moore will be coming back from injury, but we have yet to see the Bills' offense. Other than that one, no, I'm sorry, we did see them one drive. Big Laverne Torson went low to help bring down Amici. Yeah, they're destroying the Bills' defensive line. Muchler in motion. Here's to give to Ernie Kovac, or Ed Kovac, I'm sorry. Kovac is going to get down to the 2-yard line and be stopped by Jack Johnson. The Bills goal at the 3. And as far as big holes go, that was the size of Texas. Unitas, first and goal from the 3. Here's the give to Kovac, and this time the Bills' defensive line is in there for the stop, and we are got. Oh no! We have an injury, and it is Ernie Kovac, the backup running back. He comes in to spell for, Amici for 2 plays, and he goes down with what appears to be a shoulder injury. Head Kovac, sorry, I don't know why I keep calling him Ernie. Started the season with the Chicago Bears. Got cut and ended up a Baltimore Colt. We follow the roster moves using a website from the real life, so any cuts happen in real life to happen here for our 8 teams. As far as the rest of the league goes, before each game we played, I check their roster moves and I'll update the names accordingly. The heights, weights, names are all accurate. The quarterback's throwing hands are accurate. The ratings are as accurate as we could possibly get using a formula developed by Phantom Fighter. Amici picks up a yard, maybe it's 3rd and goal from the 12. Bills defense playing a bend but don't break type of system. Unitas throws to Sumner. And that'll bring on the field goal unit. This one to be a 29-yard kick. And the field goal is good. Of course, the Colts have started slow right up through. If you saw my Week 17 game against Houston, you'll see that I actually fell behind 13-0 at the half and then stormed out in the second half for over 30 points. So, if I were the Bills, I wouldn't get too excited. Chamberlain from the end zone, he's going to bring it out. And it works to benefit. He's going to get up to the 28. So it's a 3-yard net gain on that return. So the original 1960 playoff teams. The Philadelphia Eagles, who won the NFL title, did not make our playoffs. The Green Bay Packers did at 12-4. They're a wildcard team. Because they have the negative of being in the Bears division, who went undefeated. They also lost a game to the Cowboys and a 4th game somewhere. I don't know if they played the Giants or not. Might have. The Los Angeles Chargers made the playoffs. They did not win the West as they're in the same division as the Denver Broncos and were hence eliminated in the wildcard round. That is the end of the first quarter with the Buffalo Bills leading the Baltimore Colts 7-3. The Houston Oilers made the playoffs, winning the AFC South. They were the AFL Eastern champions and AFL champions in 1960. So we'll see how they do as they'll start play against the winner of this game. Not sure when exactly we'll advance to the divisional round, but I know this coming week is a very rough week for me as I work a couple doubles at work. But we'll see what happens. There's a handoff to Wilmer Fowler, who started the season with the Cleveland Browns, and with Jim Brown and Bobby Mitchell on the roster, there just was no room for Fowler, and he wound up on the waiver wire, and Buffalo signed him off when he cleared waivers. Split time with Ray Carlton. Now Green Bay's in the playoffs. They're traveling to New Orleans. Green Bay's at New Orleans in the wild cards. They're definitely not Philadelphia out, that's for sure. I think Detroit was also in the wildcard hunt, but Green Bay beat them in week 17. Yep, Detroit's out. Hand off to Fowler. Fowler busts through, and it will be 3rd and inches. So there will be no Earl Morrall-led Lions in the playoffs as Jim Nanowski takes over in 61 for the Lions. I believe Morrall finds his way to the New York Giants. Carlton on the run. There's the Bills' 1-2 punch. Fowler goes up the middle, Carlton around the end. Fowler has spent a lot of time injured, though, in 1960. He's had a rough season, but he still rushed for over 1,000 yards, I believe. Maybe not quite 1,000, but... Carlton goes up the middle, and the big defensive line of the Baltimore Colts is there to stuff him. I tend to think I do. It doesn't look like it, though. Of course, I don't run that defense. I'm not sure what that is. 3-4. Carlton up the middle. It'll be 3rd and 5. Buffalo's run 4 different quarterbacks in 1960. Or in real life they did. I ran 2. I ran Johnny Green, who is the quarterback now, and Tommy O'Connell. Green back to pass. I also have Richie Lucas on my roster, who was the Bills' first ever draft pick, and also widely known as the first, and I have not played him. And I had Bob Broadhead on my roster, who was cut in early October, and he found his way somehow to the Miami Dolphins. This will be a 58-yard attempt by Darrell Harper, and it's blocked, going back the other way. And this one's going to be Jim Nelson, and nobody's going to catch him. Nelson's going to take it to the house and score, and the Baltimore Colts have taken a 9-7 lead. Or Andy Nelson, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Jim Nelson. And that's the second long field goal attempt attempted, blocked, and returned for a touchdown. And yes, he did hit the kicker, but if you block it, it don't matter. And Myra's extra point is good. And now the Colts lead 10-7, and the difference is basically the field goal by Steve Myra that did go through. The only field goal that went through. Alright, Joel Kubacki on the return. He is going to break a tackle and get over the 25 to the 26. 21-yard return for Kubacki. We've yet to see Albert DeBenion catch a pass for the Bills. Johnny Green comes up under center. Fowler's going to pick up 9 yards on the run. It'll be 2nd and 1. Big number 81, Ordell Braze, brings him down. Green back to pass. Throwing over the middle. It's caught by DeBenion. DeBenion's going to get inside the 40, down to the 37, and a first down. A 28-yard gain. That's interesting. I don't have, you know, like with Phantom Fighter's Bears problem, he keeps getting messages that pop up. I don't have anything popping up on my end. So, I don't know. Probably nothing I can do about that. It's just the internet. Hand up to Fowler, and he's going to be hitting the backfield for a loss of 1. Wardell Braze on the tackle. And it'll be 2nd and 11. 3:05 to go in the first half. And Green is going to get sacked by Gino Marchetti. I'm not sure if he led the league in sacks, but he was definitely up there. 4-yard loss will be 3rd and 15. Oh, and there's movement early on the Bills' offensive line, and that'll make it 3rd and 20. Must be cold in Buffalo. Referee's got gloves on. Malhop. Green, and he is going to get sacked. Shields on the sack. He's going to be given credit for it. 3rd and a country mile. Now it's 4th and from Buffalo to Syracuse. Which is a long, boring drive on the thruway. I would assume probably like driving through West Texas. Yeah, should have. Now they're going to have to punt. Fourth and 24. They're back in their own territory, so that huge 20-yard gain to Dominion was meaningless. And we're at the 2-minute warning with a good coffin corner punt from Billy Atkins down to the 6. Well, hopefully if you have 106-degree heat, your air conditioner is working in your car. We've been up in the 80s and 90s the last couple weeks, and that's enough for me. I think I hit 86 today. Oddly enough, when I got in the pool after I went to a graduation party and then a wedding, I got in the pool and it cooled right down. It's now like 70-something outside. Unitas over the middle of the Mushler. 70. No. Hold on, my phone is slow. 77. Here in upstate New York. Unitas back to pass. First down completion. Muchler holds on. Minute 12 and the clock is ticking. They're at the 19. So number 19 from the 19. And we're going to go through the replay because the Colts don't seem to be in a hurry. They're leading 10-7. There's big tight end Jim Muchler on the reception. And how explosive we're going to be when they get John Mackey. Of course, I don't know if he comes in before I stop using the Colts or not. 1966, I take over the Atlanta Falcons franchise. Unitas back to pass. And he is going to throw it out of bounds to Muchler. Stops the clock for a 4-yard pickup. So, if anything, at least this game has been much closer than the December meeting in which Baltimore torched the Bills. I think it was like 42-14 or something like that. It was hard to watch. But like I said, 1961, yes, the Vikings joined the NFL. And then the next expansion will be 66. I believe that's the Falcons and Dolphins. 67 for the Saints. Jerry Richardson, the future owner of the Carolina Panthers, is going to get tackled at the 4-yard line, and there's a flag down. Oh, it's going to come back. It's going to be the 23. That's still, 15 yards. Still went from 123 to the other 23. With 40 seconds left now. 1st and 10, Unitas in the shotgun. And another flag. Holding on the Colts. George Prius, number 60. Going to send them back 10 yards and make it 2nd down and or 1st down and 20. Anyway, 67 we had the Saints, 68 the Bengals, 76 the Seahawks and Buccaneers. Kovac, he's back in the game. He's going to get out of bounds. 95 the Panthers and Jaguars. 96 the Ravens as the Browns will take a hiatus. 99 the Browns come back, and 02 the Houston Texans. McCabe, Richie McCabe pushes him out of bounds. Gets the clock stopped with 31 seconds to go before the half. Five receivers set for Unitas. Yeah. Unitas going to take off running, and that's a mistake. And the Colts going to have to burn a timeout. Unitas picks up. I don't know. I don't remember where the snap was from, but it'll be 3rd down. War Memorial Stadium is rocking here on Buffalo. Unitas back to pass, the old rock pile. Unitas is going to scramble around. He gets away. He's going to slide. He should have just ran for the 1st down. It's 4th and 3. Colts call another timeout. They should have let the clock run down, because I doubt they're going to go for it on 4th down. I would have, of course I wouldn't have run because I never remember what button to push, but it's going to be a 33-yard attempt for Steve Myra. And the kick is good, and the Colts have taken a 13-7 lead with 13 seconds to go. In the 1st half. Myra kicks off. It's a short kick taken by Kolbacki at the 11. And he is going to get out to the 35-yard line. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bills with 8 seconds to go. And the Bills do get the ball back to start the 2nd half. 1st and 10. Green. Under center. Back to pass. He's going to throw on the run to Fowler. Fowler is going to be brought down, and the Bills will call timeout after a 8-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 43. Green will be going to the shotgun this time. Green back to pass. He's going to scramble. He's going to throw against his body for a Hail Mary, and it'll be broken up. And we've reached the half, with the Baltimore Colts leading the Buffalo Bills 13-7 on the strength of 2 Steve Myra field goals, being the difference as each team has blocked a field goal and returned it for a touchdown. Whoever gets the 3rd block will probably win the game. The Bills with only 27 yards passing. The rushing is pretty even. Look at the highlights. Unitas gets sacked by Mac Yoho. And then Johnny Green back to pass. She takes off right into Lonnie Shields. 7 yards per play by the Colts. And it's amazing they only have 13 points with that kind of average. Myra kicks off. Kolbacki on his 3. Kolbacki breaks one tackle. He's going to get to the 26. The cold January air in Buffalo. First and 10 from the 26. Green hands off to Fowler. Fowler's going to get 2. He's got 31 on the day, and there's a look at Buster Ramsey, the Bills head coach, who for some reason has decided to wear a baseball cap and a hoodie. Not exactly the 1960 look. It's funny, we created owners so that we'd have total control for like moves and such. Fowler stopped in the backfield, loses the 2 he just picked up, it'll be 3rd and 10. So we can't change coaches. We're stuck with what they have. So some guys obviously look nothing like their actual 1960 counterparts and don't even wear the same kind of clothes. Much different world. And he goes down a sack. Johnny Sample in on the safety blitz, and it'll bring up a 4th and 16, and Billy Atkins will have to come on the kick. Johnny Sample coming from deep in the secondary. Atkins will put his feet on his own 6. Good punt taken by Richardson on the 18-yard line. He makes one man move and then gets tripped up by hand. Goes down to the 39. Look at Alan Amici coming back out on the field. Muchler on the reception. He's going to pick up 4 yards. That's his 4th reception. The Bills have allowed 98 yards passing so far. But United has yet to find the end zone. So, as I was saying in the beginning of the game, it's been a tough season with the Buffalo Bills. Their ratings are especially low, especially on the offensive line. The receivers, the running backs, the secondary has been just atrocious. As Amici picks up a couple. I was the first to lose the computer. I was the first to lose to a semi-pro team. And if the game continues, I can say the Bills, I did steer them to the playoffs. Luckily, the New York Titans collapsed, as they did in 1960. And Unitas finds Richardson for the first down. And that was able to get the Bills in at 9-7. That was listed as Richardson's first reception. He did not get credit for that long 70-some-odd yard pass that got moved back because of the illegal block in the back. That's strange. That's a glitch. Because he should still get credit for the reception and most of the yards minus 15. Stat keepers don't just mark it as a phantom penalty. Unitas back to pass. Throws it to Raymond Berry over the middle. And the sure hands of Raymond Berry, future head coach of the New England Patriots, makes it a first down. Joe Schaefer on the tackle. Bills need an interception. The Colts, 10-game win streak. Coming in, the Bills have won 1 in a row after dropping their Week 16 game to Boston, which almost knocked them out of the playoffs. Luckily, Boston then went and beat the Titans. And the Bills were able to beat the semi-pro Dolphins. Schedule worked in my favor there. Amici bowls his way for 5 yards and a 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line. There's a look at Weeb Eubank. Lost a lot of weight, grew a goatee. Put on some casual Friday clothes. United gives to Kovac, and Kovac gonna pick up the first down. He's carried the ball 4 times for 27 yards. He's fired up. Looking for a date with the Houston Oilers. George Blanda, Billy Cannon. Charlie Hennigan. Wahoo McDaniel is on that roster, although he doesn't play. Wahoo! Kovac off left tackle. Picks up a first down at the 11. No anymore, no problem for the Colts. Richie McCabe has 4 tackles. That's not what you want your safety to have. And a flag on the Colts. This is what killed their drive last time. False starts and holding. George Prius again. Unitas. Complete to Muchler. 6 yards. Down to the 10. 2nd and 9. Oh. That was also the first half to simulate a game because both my teams played each other, and now it's happened twice. Unitas gives to Amici. And Amici is going to bowl his way to the 1-yard line. 10 carries, 49 yards. They're giving him a 4.9 yard average. He's probably got about 45 yards after contact. And it's 1st and goal for the Colts. This drive has been a statement drive from the Colts, just taking over the game. Unitas gives to Amici, and he will be stuffed. Does not get in. I'd like to welcome all my viewers. If you're new, don't know what's going on, it's the 1960 rosters playing current Madden rules. Alan Amici is in for the touchdown. Both of these teams are controlled by myself, so I have to do the league rules, simulate it and watch it, and let the fate tell me where I'm headed next. And it looks like my Bills season is coming to an end at the hands of the Colts. I get to try and win a 3rd straight NFL championship with the Colts, who are now in the AFC due to modern rules. By searching looking at my created playlists on my channel, you can find every Sack to the Future game. The 2-point conversion is good as Unitas finds Carpenter. 21-7 Baltimore. I don't think I've ever had 5 viewers before at one time. Oh, now I'm down to 4. Oh well. I welcome you 4. There's the kickoff from Myra. Taken by Kolbacki at the 7. He's going to get up to the 35. Well, the Bills have their hands cut out for them with 1:06 to go. Well, I'm glad you're still here. We're down to 3. I guess I chased away a couple guys. Green under center. Come on, Buffalo. You know I'm not supposed to root, but at least you know make it close. Fowler spins his way to the 49-yard line into Baltimore territory. Well, I guess it's our own 49. By the looks of the playoff schedule, the Saints-Packers game is last on the docket, which means we won't actually know who wins that game until we all ready up in advance. And the next time you see us playing, the winner of that game will either be taking on the Giants, if it's the Saints, or the Bears if it's the Packers. Could have a Green Bay-Chicago NFC divisional playoff game. And then the winner of the Cowboys-49ers will play the other. So it'll either be Bears and Packers or Giants and Saints, with the Cowboys and 49ers taking on the other. Fowler is upended. Andy Nelson, who scored a touchdown. That is the end of the third quarter, with the Baltimore Colts leading the Buffalo Bills 21-7. The Bills, who scored first on the first blocked field goal, have not scored since. This is about the deepest penetration the Bills have made. Maybe another 10 yards they were earlier. Green's going to throw on the run. He's going to hit Reichlich on the reception. And the Bills go over 100 yards of offense. Tom Reichlich makes reception. Make the tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 as the Bills have their deepest penetration of the day. No, actually, they've attempted a 58-yard field goal. So yeah, this is the deepest penetration. Green scrambles. He's gonna throw on the run to the end zone. Fowler with a diving reception down to the 2-yard line. Wilmer Fowler with a lays out, makes the reception. 1st and goal from the 2. Cowboys 49ers is a rematch from week 7. Yes, it is. Do we have a projected kickoff for that game? That is a legendary playoff matchup, meeting in the NFC title games in 1970, 71, 81, 92, 93, 94. They also met in the playoffs in 72. Now we're starting off right away at 1960 to get it going within the hour. So stay tuned after the Bills and Colts. It'll be the Cowboys and 49ers on the Brian Feltz channel. If you haven't yet, go click on his name, subscribe. They're in my featured channels, so you'll know when he's playing. Carlton is going to be hit and dropped for a loss on 2nd down. 3-yard loss on the delayed handoff. Third and goal is Big Art Donovan, who my generation knows him as the funny man in NFL films. Hold on a second. Hey Google, When did Art Donovan pass away?
Art Donovan died on August 4th, 2013.
August 4th, 2013, he passed away. Sad day for the NFL family. Back to the Future, Week 7 score was 34 to... Ooh, San Francisco won. Oh, I do remember that. That game got out of hand. Interceptions, I believe. Into the end zone. Oh, and it's dropped as Barrett. Bob Barrett cannot hold on to the pass. And it'll be a 4th and goal for the Bills. With 5:12 to go in the 4th, they are going to go for it. No sense going for the field goal now. Green back to pass. Throws. And it's incomplete. And the Colts hold. Andy Nelson there. He scored the touchdown on the blocked field goal. Helps break up the 4th down pass. First 2 Meredith passes were pick 6. That's right. Yeah. And the 49ers have a heck of a team. They've got the $1 million backfield. John Brody, Hugh McElhenney, John Henry Johnson, and plus there's other stars that were still around. There's other guys like on the defensive line. There's a couple that were still around when the 49ers were making their playoff runs in the early 70s. Yeah. Amici takes the give, and he's going to pick up 4 yards, and all the Colts have to do is just run this clock out. And the Bills are going to need to share up their quarterback situation, though. Rumor has it they're going to be looking at Al Darrow. Probably not till 62, though. Maybe a Jack Kemp in 62. Unitas by himself in the backfield. Hits Raymond Berry, and Berry spins away. He's going to get over the 20. To the 21. Unitas 13 of 15, 138 yards. So a matchup of the Baltimore Colts and the Houston Oilers. In the first meeting, Unitas threw 4 interceptions and the Oilers ran away with the game. But that was the last time the Colts have lost. They have not lost since. In the second meeting, George Blanda, it was his turn to throw all the interceptions. And the Colts took it to the Oilers. The Oilers were able to make a run late. Neither game was actually that close, though. So the rubber matchup in the divisional playoffs. Amici takes the handoff. Rubber match of the series. The series that's going to, for the first 6 seasons, we're going to probably play each other multiple, at least twice a year, maybe 3 times each season. Who knows? Unitas gives to Amici. Oh, and there's a huge hole. He's all the way in the secondary. Richie McCabe with another tackle. Amici's, I believe he just went over 100 yards. I think that's what flashed up there. The Bills were 3rd in run defense and given up 112 yards today. McCabe with 5 tackles. Oh, and Unitas misses only his 3rd pass of the day. So the last human matchup, 49ers and Cowboys, will happen within the hour. The owners of the Bears Broncos, Phantom Fighter, the Giants and Oilers, John M., will ready up, and we should advance probably within the day. And we'll get to the divisional playoffs. I don't know. That's a good question. I wouldn't throw. If I was controlling the Colts, it would be Amici right, Amici left, Kovac up the middle. Maybe even a little Sumner in there. I would not be throwing. Unitas back to pass again. And it's dropped by Richardson, which will bring on the punt team. I'm more afraid of Unitas getting hurt or something on a scramble. And I really don't feel like going into Houston with Ray Brown as my quarterback. That would suck. There's also the punter. And then it's going to bounce at the 1 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills have all 3 timeouts still, 2:33 to go. But they cannot settle for a 4th down incompletion in the end zone. They have to punch it in, and quickly. Use the sidelines. The Colts will give you over the middle. Fowler on a 6-yard reception. Clock continues to move. His 3rd reception of the day. There's an awful lot of time wasted on that play. Green thrown to nobody. He had a streak into Benyon, but missed him. 3rd down and 4. 2:05 to go. Clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on the run. Missed his man, incomplete. 4th down, 2-minute warning. Safety blitz on 2nd down. Well, they did that earlier, and Johnny Sample got a sack out of it. Well, the Bills have made it closer. They've run 18 run plays, 12 pass plays. They're going to go for it on 4th down again. They have to. Diving catch by Barrett for the 1st down. Come on, you got to move. You got to run. You can't waste time. Green back to pass. Another corner blitz. That's the 2nd one in a row, and this time it's dropped. Green is 6 of 14, 94 yards. Number 20. Green back to pass. He's going to scramble and throw incomplete. 3rd down and 10. So if you're like me and you can't wait for football to come back, at least you got Sack to the Future to look forward to. Green back to pass. Throws deep. Overthrows everybody. And he's now 6 of 16 passing. 4th and 10. Does he have any John Elway in him? I don't know. Have anybody else ever heard of Johnny Green? It's caught by Barrett. And Barrett's got it. The 20, the 15, the 10. And Barrett will score. On 4th and 10, Barrett goes, yes, I believe it's the Bears and Ravens, isn't it? An Hall of Fame game. On 4th and 10, Green hits Barrett streaking down the field. A seldom used receiver. Not one of the guys I throw to a lot. I throw to Chamberlain, I throw to Reichlich, I throw to DeBenyon. Maybe I ought to start using Barrett. Of course, I don't know if he'll be on the team in 61, so. Chamberlain landed on his head. And goal for the extra point. 21-13 with 1:27 to go. Extra point is good. 8 plays, 80 yards, most of them incomplete passes. And we got an onside kick coming. It's recovered by the Colts. For a second I thought the Bills had it. But the Bills still have 3 timeouts. If the Colts are smart, they'll run the ball, force the Bills to go timeout, and on 3rd down, get the 1st down. And that'll be it. But they've been throwing. They were throwing on the last series. The Bills converted 2 4th downs on that play, on that drive, where they failed on 4th down earlier in the 4th quarter. If you've stuck with us this long, we're over an hour now. Thanks for watching. Unitas gives to Michi, and Matzo's on the tackle. The Bills call the first time out. As always, Click like and subscribe, share the video, let your friends know if they're all-time football fans. Also subscribe to the other channels. They are my featured channels to the right of my about screen. Brian Feltz, obviously he's been with us the whole time. John M., Phantom Fighter. The Colts games are played on the Twisted Phoenix 83. It'll be third down. Now, this is a big third down. The Bills have one timeout left. They have to stop the Colts before they get a first down. Hopefully an incomplete pass to save a timeout. And then they get the ball back. Yeah, I enjoy watching everybody else's games. I enjoy watching your games. I was at a wedding today and I watched it with the sound off. I missed a portion while I was getting food, but Unitas gives to Summer. And they run the ball. They give up basically possession to force Buffalo to use their final timeout instead of trying to pick up the first down. So they're going to bring on Brown to punt. Oh, they went for a field goal. And it hit the upright, so no good. So not only do they not get the points, less time is used on a field goal than a punt. And field position. The Bills get the ball at the spot, the 41-yard line, as they went for a 51-yard field goal. So they're 59 yards out with a minute and, let's see, 7 of 17, 160 yards and a touchdown. What is left is a minute, 10 seconds. No timeouts, though. So the Colts will be giving up the middle of the field. And the Bills need a touchdown. Green, scrambling. He's got time. Throws against his body, out of bounds, throws it away. Second down and 10. This has turned out to be a really good playoff game, unlike the December meeting between the two teams, which was a Colt blowout victory. Green back to pass. And he is going to be sacked. The clock runs. They got to get moving. Third down and 17. Of course, the receivers are way down the field. They got to get back, get set. Third and 17. Green, what? He's dancing in the backfield. Oh, it's caught by Barrett. 40 seconds. First down at the 22. The Colts have got to get, the Bills have got to get up and spike the ball to stop the clock. Barrett becoming the star of this game. And the Bills stop the clock with 28 seconds to go. Now the Bills have gone to overtime 3 times this season and have lost all 3. Chiefs, Chargers, and the Broncos. Second and 10 from the 22. 28 seconds to go. Green back to pass. He's got time. He's going to be sacked by Marchetti. Nope, that's 66, not Marchetti. That's Don Shinnick. The receivers have got 16, 15. Receivers have got to get set. It's third and 19. The Bills can't clock it. 12 seconds. Green back to pass. Throws it deep. It's caught by Carlton, but he's caught in bounds. 7, 6, 5, 4. The Bills have got to get set. 3, 2. They're not going to end up. Folks, the game is going to end like that on 4th and inches. The Bills run out of time. So the Baltimore Colts advance. The Bills season is over. Johnny Green played his heart out at the end. It was just not enough time. Will Green be back? The Bills go through a lot of quarterbacks in the early 60s before they found Jack Kemp. There's the touchdown by Amici. And the Baltimore Colts move on to the AFC Divisional Playoff game against the Houston Oilers. the old VinnyXWolf versus John M matchups. There's plenty in both of our catalogs on our channels in all kinds of leagues. It's a very good matchup. It's I'd say 50-50, and it's usually blowouts. We usually don't play close games, which kind of sucks, because when you're on the losing end of it, as I've been several times, Tim, it really sucks. Well, hopefully we'll get a good game out of the Colts and Oilers, the rubber match. Again, thanks for joining for this simulation watch of the Baltimore Colts and the Buffalo Bills. As always, I'm Vinny Vincent, and you're not, and stay tuned for more Stack to the Future action on the Brian Phelps channel.